Welcome back, traders. I'm wondering why my camera is not working right now. Let's see what's going on here. All right, we're back. Oh. How was everybody's weekend? You guys all have a nice, relaxing weekend. Let's see what you guys did here. You guys do anything fun? Toast says meh. Wes, Ryan, Moon Girl, IJ Money. Did you guys have a fun weekend? What'd you guys do? Can you guys hear me? You guys can hear me, right? Just set up some new miners. Nice, man. What kind of miners you set up, man? We got about 1 minute here till the weekly candle close here on Bitcoin. And actually, the weekly candle doesn't look too bad, right? We're looking at a weekly bullish engulfing candle in the last couple weeks here. BTC 100K into the month. I wish, man. Ah, helium miners. Nice, man. Anyways, Wes, if you could message me on Discord, that'd be cool, man, because I think I lost your other username. Anyways, all right, guys, we got a nice weekly candle close here. We did get a bullish engulfing candle here to start the week. This week here, bullish engulfing the last 1, 2, 3 weeks. So kind of we're going to see if we can break above this 42,107 area. That is the area to look for a break above. And ultimately, if we can break above around this 43,181 area, that could lead us back up to this fib extension here around this $44,000 to $45,000 area at the tops of these wicks, right? So you know, if we do get upside, that's kind of where we're targeting, the top side of this range. And obviously, if we do get some downside, you know, we could definitely go back to test, you know, this $40,000 range. And where we kind of engulfed from, right? So that's kind of what we're looking at right now. The weekly close, I think, pretty good, obviously, in comparison to previous weeks here. The daily was not really a good candle close, right? We got a bearish engulfing on the daily, but we're still kind of, you know, trading higher, right, than these lows here. We did on the daily here. Looks like we did have maybe a break of this demand line, so we could see a short-term move back down, like back down, and maybe this demand line here. This is technically right now a lower high, so we could maybe try to find some support, maybe close to that $39,000 area. Maybe we can muster up the courage to test back up towards the top side of the range. So yeah, I mean, I am targeting this this daily 200-day, which is right around this $44,000 or $45,000 region. Okay, and yeah, we're just kind of in the middle of this trading range right now. I will say some things on the daily chart look like they could be pointing down, right? We do see that we could be maybe getting a little bit of a pullback, right? That 40.6 area, it looks like an area we could retest. This candle body high here, this candle body close from back here in June. The SAR still long. The SAR trend right now on the hourly is there's no real trend on the hourly right now. It's, you know, we got a 15-minute long that came in, and then we just kind of got a little bit of a consolidation here. The weekly is giving us some short signals. The 3-day chart also giving us some short signals. Longer, looks like the longer time frames are giving us a little bit of short signals. So, but we are in the middle of the range. We did get a weekly bullish engulfing candle in the last couple weeks. And so it's going to be a battle, man. It's really all going to depend on what the DXY does and how the traditional markets open, right? So can't really be too upset with how this candle closed this week, right? Kind of bullishly engulfed the last 3 weeks of price action. However, we're still in this downtrend right now. Obviously, we need to get back above some of these critical areas. This $45,000 area is a pretty critical spot for Bitcoin to get back above. And that's really it. We're just sitting in the middle of a range right now. There's not really too much going on. 41.6K. I think once we get back above that, we can try to trade a little bit higher, right? We did get up to that 42.2K area, and we got a bit of rejection here. We had 1 test, 2 tests, and looks like we had 3 tests and then a failure, right? So let's just come back down, test the supports, make higher lows, and continue to try to push higher, right? That's all we can really hope for the bulls here. For the bears, obviously, continue to reject these highs and make lower lows, right? That's how the bears are going to win the battle. In terms of what I'm seeing on oscillators right now, the weekly, I will say that the weekly is looking okay, man. We're sitting around 46 on the RSI. The longer term time scale looks okay. We got this. We're about to cross up here on the weekly, so looks pretty good on the longer time scale. All right, the daily, like I said, the daily, we got a bearish engulfing candle today, and we could be just back testing this 40.6 area potentially if we do really get a pullback, right? If not, we could just consolidate here and make a higher low and maybe trade sideways for a bit before pushing towards this top side, this 42.2 area. All right. But yeah, I mean, we could, if we don't really get a lot of selling pressure to come in, we could just round out here and break back above, right? I think the weekly closure was pretty strong, in my opinion. So, longer term timescales look good. Shorter term timescales look like we could see maybe some consolidation or some sideways price action. Could come back down to retest, like I said, this 40.6 area. All right. Because technically we're still making lower highs than these previous highs here, but we are making higher lows. So there is some compression going on in this range. That's right. So far it's actually been higher lows. That's right. Right? Low, higher low, higher low, higher low, higher. These are all higher lows technically. Right? So does seem like we are going to maybe push back up to the top of the range. All right. So for me, it's not really, it's kind of a no trade zone. I'd like to look for shorts up here towards the top of the range, and then longs towards the bottoms of the range, right? How did futures open? Yeah, we can take a look at it. NASDAQ kind of flat right now. Not really too much going on in the NASDAQ right this very moment. We are coming up to this pretty critical 128 SMA on the daily, so we're going to see if we can break above that. SPY is flat. I mean, I guess I am a little bit delayed here on this data, so it's about 5 minutes behind the actual data. Basically flat though also right now on the daily. And the weekly, we got a nice closure on the weekly last week, right? We got this nice doji reversal candle here and a nice weekly bullish engulfing candle. Okay, but we're right at a pretty critical spot for the S&P. If we could break back above this, well, we could go back up probably to retest those highs, right? And the weekly is about to cross back up, so that's looking pretty good. Looking pretty good there on the weekly. DXY. DXY is, put in a bearish engulfing candle from the previous week's price action. However, it's still making higher lows, man. So we need to watch this pretty carefully. I thought we were going to get this rising wedge breakdown. That didn't happen. Too strong. Too strong. So this is really going to have to let up if the stock market's going to recover and Bitcoin's going to really make a recovery. We're going to have to see the DXY kind of really pull back. So that's all I got for now on the DXY. The weekly is still pointing up here. The 3-day chart, yeah, pulling back a little bit here on the daily. So we'll see. We'll see if we get a movement down here on the DXY. If we can break back below, 97 range, that'll be a good look for Bitcoin and the stock market. All right. Tether is kind of doing the same thing the DXY is doing right now, right? So it's still technically making higher lows. Just gotta watch how this pennant plays out. All right. It's in a pennant. It's in a pennant for sure. In a pennant. All right. If we come back up to the top and we reject it and we break down, that'll be really good and bode really well for the market. Oil, yeah, we can take a look at oil. So up 1.55% right now. Looks still pretty strong, man. Daily looks okay too. Like, got a nice bounce right off the bottom of the price flow there, making higher lows. Like this looks like it's going to the moon, man. Really. It wouldn't surprise me if we went all the way up to 300 bucks on oil. Good evening, Joseph. Yes, sir. Up 1.58% on the day. Sushi swap. Sure. Let's take a look at it. Yeah, we can take a look at Ape as well, sure. So Sushi putting in a weekly bullish engulfing candle here, right, from last week's price action. This is a major downsloping channel, all right? Usually they do eventually resolve themselves to the upside, but it's going to all really be contingent upon what Bitcoin's doing, right? We can check sand, sure. So if we do get price action to go north, it really wouldn't shock me to come back up to test this this area right here, right around this $4.13 area for Sushi. really, like, yeah, I mean, there's not really a lot of trade volume in that area, so we could easily see if Bitcoin does push up, this could push up with it. And, you know, target right around that $3.85 to $4 range. You know, right here, right where this resistance is right here, okay? Right where these candle bodies are. Lots of confluence right there, okay? And maybe ultimately back up to the top of the channel. That would be a nice little swing. All right. And ApeCoin, we can take a look at it, sure. Not that there's really much to look at. This thing just got listed recently, right? So yeah, not too much data on this coin. Newly listed project, new listed coin. We can look at Jasmine, sure. UFO, how you been, brother? It's been a while since I've seen you, man. So Ape, like, just kind of just lingering right below the 618 there. We do have some divergence, kind of building here on this is on the hourly chart, man. So I don't know, but yeah, I mean, going straight down here, kind of wedging here on the hourly, could get a break up if Bitcoin breaks up, right? So that doesn't look too terrible. We could maybe go back up to test, you know, with $11 or something. Sol, yeah, we could take a look at Sol. We're gonna look at Sand here real fast, though. Awesome, man. Yeah, good stuff, brother. So Sand kind of looking like this structure here. It looks very similar to this structure right here, right? So if we do get upside, it's going to look pretty good, man. Once you get above this 200-day moving average on the daily, you're looking easily back to like 750 if we can get that move, right? It really all depends on what Bitcoin's doing and how strong the buying comes in on this asset. Okay, but there is a clear supply line here that needs to be broken before you can see upside on it, but it can certainly happen if we do see some buying pressure come in. All right, definitely keep your eyes peeled on Sand there. That is definitely an asset to watch out for. Even though this is a kind of a descending triangle, but there's still a chance that we could break up on this. Okay. GeoSurge, man, have a good one, man. Thanks for popping in. Solana, let's take a look at Solana. That was requested. Let's see, what did I have for Sol? Yeah, so it broke out of this channel here, which was good. Again, this asset, like, almost to the T follows Bitcoin, like almost exactly tick for tick. So if Bitcoin's going down, this one's going down with it. So definitely pay attention to what Bitcoin's doing if you're trading this asset. So it does look like we did break this channel here on Sol. And I was looking at more of maybe maybe some sort of bat pattern on this, but it's not really confirmed. It could do something like this where we do like a bearish bat. Depends on Bitcoin, man. But if we really do get upside, your first major real level here is this 120 area, okay, on the swing. How's ETH doing? Yeah, we can take a look at it. All right, long-term channel up here on ETH, still in the long-term trend channel. Did get a nice weekly closure, right? We got a bullish engulfing on the weekly last week's. So the area to really watch here on ETH to really remain bullish is if we can get a clear break back above 4K. Okay, that is the area I'm watching, because what we could end up doing, and you know, this could be a potential something that is happening here. But if we fail to kind of make a higher high, okay, we have this slanted kind of head and shoulders pattern that I'm looking at here. All right, so if we fail to break above this level and we make a lower right shoulder, that's obviously really weak, right? So in the coming weeks, if you notice we can't break back above 4K, yeah, that this could be just a bearish structure that we end up coming back down to break, you know, this $2,200 neckline, or this neckline here, okay, whereby we could end up doing some sort of really bearish move, right? Unfortunately, but we're not there yet. Right now, we're actually looking pretty good in terms of upside. So I don't mean to plot something or scare anybody with that, but so it's something to consider. We need to make sure we can break back above this $4,000 level if we really want to maintain this uptrend. All right. And so far it's holding, right? We're holding this structure here right now on ETH, right? We're clearly holding this. You can draw that horizontal there, and it's been respecting that. Okay, so we'll see how this plays out. If this is an actual triangle, which it could be, this could be a major move, man. This could be a major move. The weekly's about to cross up, and we're sitting at 45 on the RSI. This is like the weekly part of the weekly buy rules we have, right, for swing trades. Below 45 on the RSI, above 20, or about to break above 20 on stochastics. And this could be an area, man, where we could see, if Bitcoin really starts to really rally and stock market really starts to really rally, we could see this come back up to the top of the range. We want to break above 4K, man. That is critical. That is critical. So see if we can sustain this price action this week, and this is what we're looking at, man. This is what we're looking at right now. So the daily is still below the 200-day. We want to reclaim the 200-day moving average. We want to get above this $3,300 area, and then sit up here before we really start to go, right? That's what we're looking for. That's what we're looking for on ETH. And if we have to come back down to test these lows, we can do that. Just don't break the structure, right? Just make a higher low around 25, 26, right? So that's what we want to do. That's what we want to do. We want to see compression here. Compression is good, right? We want to see that here on ETH, okay? we did trigger a daily squeeze here on Ethereum as well. So we're gonna see. It does look like we triggered to the upside on the TTM here, and so we're gonna see if today we do get some positive price action. This is kind of tricky. It triggered, but the plane triggered down. So we'll see. This can change, right? Because this is just on the daily. The daily just opened. All right. For now, we're still in a downtrend, right? We haven't really, well, I guess technically we broke this. Technically we broke this, and we're now back testing it, the supply line here. But we need to get back above that 200-day. That's critical. $3,200 area per ETH. We can get back above that and hold it as support. Beautiful. Beautiful. We can do that. Yeah, Toe, we'll get to it, brother. I just been taking a bit of a break from trading, man. That's all. We all deserve breaks, you know? But we'll see how this plays out. Right now, it is kind of pointing down, right? We did look at that earlier on Bitcoin. We did say that we could see a little bit of a dip back down to maybe the 39 range. And we'll see if we can hold that. I mean, this is technically another lower high, just so keep that in mind. That this is kind of a rejection here right now. Got to get back above that 41.6 level. We are looking at some bearish divergence here on the daily right now. We'll see if it actually pans out. If it doesn't pan out, we could just hold this range. All right. But still technically below that 200 day. That's the critical area, man. Lambo USDT. Nice, man. All right, we'll take a look at it. What else did you guys want to look at? Let's see. Is that even a real coin, bro? Nah, you're just messing with me. Oh, no, it is. Lambda? Yeah, you're messing with me, Sherman, bro. It's all good. Thanks, man. No worries. What else? Is Wes still on this? Still on the stream? Total 2. All right. Just holding critical supports here on total 2. Oh, Jasmine. Yeah, that's it. My bad, bro. That was it. That's what you wanted. Sorry. Look at Jasmine first, man. All right. I think Coinbase has all the data here, looks like. All right, so we came back to the 1618, got a nice little rally off that. You can see the volume came in there. Nice. All right, so you broke back above the heart line here. Now, on this asset, you could maybe come back down to kind of consolidate, right, and hold above this area before maybe rallying to the top of the range again, all right? So something like that, as long as Bitcoin remains, you know, kind of bullish, right? We want to, you got to see positive price action out of Bitcoin. Otherwise, the TA here we'll just come back down and test this 200-day and maybe flop around there for a while. All right, so total 2. Total 2, man. So this is the thing, man. We had these monthly white candles, right? That's what kind of scares me after we get white candles. You guys already know what happens after we get white candles, right? We get downside. We get maybe downside, right? So just be careful. Just understand that it's possible that we could just make lower highs and continue lower, okay? If Bitcoin can't sustain back above that 45K region. We have yet to get there yet and get a close above that. So we got to get above that $45,000 level to really maintain this up, to really maintain and try to go for some higher highs. All right. So that's really it. That's really it, man. You just got to pay attention right now. Yeah. So the weekly, we could come back up to test this this median trend line right here. It doesn't mean we actually end up breaking it. All right. Doesn't mean we end up breaking, because we are down here, obviously. The RSI is down here. We could come back up and test the bullish control zone, which is what I'm talking about, which is this area here. Okay, and if we reject the bullish control zone, you guys already know what's going to happen. We're just going to go into back into bearish territory, right? So right now it's neutral. Actually looks okay. But we gotta be able to break back above that those areas, man. Just got to break back above those areas, and UBT had a nice run, nice. Yeah, I mean, some of these altcoins are going to have some nice little rallies here, right? Right off their lows. So yeah, very nice move there. Was that a wedge, or was that a channel, right? So that looked like a channel, maybe, right? Broken. Yep, nice channel break. Yeah, man, 300% move from wick to wick. Very nice for UBT. But a clear break of the uptrend, right? Broke down below the 200-day moving average. And well, now you're back technically back above the 200-day. So this asset's back in an uptrend on the daily at least. So yeah, I mean, we'll see. See how this goes for the assets here. Kind of a mixed bag on some of these right now. Really just need the stock market to not shit itself and Bitcoin to get back above the 200-day moving average. All right, so kind of in the middle of the range right now if you guys are just joining. We are in a squeeze here on the 3-day chart. The 2-day chart also in a squeeze. The daily not in a squeeze, but the 2-day, okay? We're watching this 2-day. If this triggers short, man, this could be a cascade of downside to have happen here. We are right below the 2-day 200 moving average, and we're looks like we're trying to break back above that, but let's see if we can get some positive price action to go into this week. But so far, lower highs, and like I said, we did break this demand line here on the 4-hour, so we could see some downside. We're looking at maybe a 40.4 if we really see movement down, okay, guys, on this one. Shorter term. All right, the 4-hour kind of crossed down there. 8-hour is looking like it's coming back down as well. Yes, that's right. The SEC is helping with XRP's clarity. How's it going, Angel? How you doing, brother? And I ultimately do think we're going to go back at least, or hopefully, to test the top side of this range. You know, if we reject it or make a lower high or something, you know, we can be clear that, you know, we're going to be going back down. All right, so that's what the market hasn't told us just yet. Are we going to go back up to test and make a high at 43.8 and get rejected here and go down, or are we going to break back? Are we going to actually get a breakout and back test it as support right before we go higher? So this is a critical moment for crypto right now, for sure. We really got to see if we can get back above this 200-day moving average. It's pretty critical. Lots of moving parts here, right? The dollar moving back up right now. It's up 0.7%. Not a big move back up, right? Stock market right now is down a little bit. So we need some good things to have happen here. So I don't know if any of you guys are part of the alert service, but we did catch. I'm changing tunes here. We did catch this asset move here. We got into this asset around $9.60. This was a beautiful wedge break that we caught. This thing was up 42% on Friday, man, after earnings call. Come on, beautiful trade setup there. All right, yeah, let's take a look at, was that track origin trail or something, right? Waves, we can check out Waves, sure. Yeah, Waves went on a run, man. All right, so track origin trail, we obviously clearly had a break of trend here. It's on KuCoin. Not seeing it on KuCoin here. Anyways, this looks like the data, right? Origin trail. This is the ticker, I believe, right? So we had a break of the structure here. We can definitely come back up to test this again. This 81 cent area can be tested. Okay, this is a big resistance area. If we come back up to test this and reject it, you know we're going lower, all right? But if we break above it and use it as support, we can continue higher. So this is either way, this looks like a nice little trade setup, at least to come up to test the 80 cent region, okay? Not financial advice. But yeah, I mean, the weekly could be curling around here, right? Let's look at waves. Yeah, waves coming up to weekly resistance up here, man. This is pretty impressive, this chart. This thing is not in a downtrend. It is in a uptrend. Okay. Looks very bullish on the monthly. Daily overbought, right? So daily overbought and 78 on the RSI. Obviously making lower highs on the RSI, but also making lower highs on price. So no real divergence here. Well, actually, technically, this was a higher high on price. So yes, there is daily bearish divergence on waves. Okay. So yeah, but I mean, what are you gonna do? You're gonna come down, maybe test or come and test these lows here around 25 probably. Maybe consolidate here for a bit before breaking it or something. It's a bullish structure. It's not a bearish structure. So yes, there's daily bearish divergence, and yes, it can play out and come down a bit. But I wouldn't be betting against this one. This one looks really strong. Okay. Yeah, you can probably see short-term pullback or short-term move down. Also going to depend on what Bitcoin ends up ultimately doing. But this one's for sure outperforming the market, right? All right. What else you guys got tonight? Audio coin is making moves off the lows here. Very nice. SRM also made a nice move off the lows here. FTM, sure. So we broke this triangle, man. We were in this demand line here. We broke it. Again, making another lower high. And now clearly below the 200-day moving average on Phantom. The weekly, how do we close the weekly? Yeah, not so good. Still technically a lower high, right? Still technically lower high. We broke down out of the descending triangle here. So I would suspect maybe some more downside for this asset. I mean, a 200% move is a lot, but it wouldn't shock me if we got down to about 60 cents potentially if we really start to break down more. Like, we did just trigger a weekly short signal. It's not looking too hot, but we'll see. This could come back up to test this area here first. We could come back up to test, 185 before really breaking down more. All right. AMP USDT, sure. Nothing really to look at here, man. Unless this is on Coinbase or something. Yeah, nothing really to look at here. Just kind of straight down, man. I mean, no real structure on this. Maybe a down-sloping channel or something. Not looking too hot, man. This doesn't look good. I mean, there is maybe a case for higher lows, but you could probably find a better asset to trade, my man. Maybe like Sand or Engine Coin or something else. But yeah, this is definitely not looking too good. Not looking too good. step. Not really any major structure on this either. I mean, kind of just stuck in this range over here. 3-day chart looks interesting though. You got some, you know, you're in this the bearish control zone right now, but this does look like maybe you could see a break. You know, maybe back up to the top of the supply line here. That could be a major move, right up to 30 cents or something. I don't know anything about this project, but it is in an overall downtrend. If this is the bottom, we want to get back above this 28-cent area, which is right at the supply line. So you want to confirm this bottom, then get back above 28 cents or so, okay? On step. Gala. Take a look at it. So Gala actually looks kind of interesting. It's just making higher lows now. Yeah, we can look at Kadena. Actually, I actually liked that chart. I was going to actually maybe buy that. Kadena, that is. So Gala could be in a symmetrical triangle here. Okay, this is an interesting looking chart. And we'll see. I mean, it's got to really get some bids to come in, man, on this. Got to really get some bids to come in here because you got some real tight compression happening. If it doesn't, it's just going to fail right here, right? So we'll take a look at KDA and Matic here in a second, all right, guys and girls? But before I do that, make sure you guys smash up the like button. If you guys are new to the channel and enjoying the content, of course, hit the subscribe button and tick the little bell. All right. Thank you guys so much for doing that. Really appreciate it. We are trying to get to 10,000 subscribers this year if we can. Right. So, Gala. Got some bear div coming in here on Gala. You are in a squeeze. Did get a daily cross up here. It just doesn't seem so strong right now. That's the problem with this asset. It's sitting at 47, which is neutral. You know, you want to see probably Bitcoin make a move. This thing is definitely coming close to a breakout or breakdown area. All right, it is technically still in an uptrend, right? Still holding this uptrend, right? Still holding it. So be patient with this one. You're making higher lows, but you're making lower highs as well. So we'll see which way this one breaks. And it probably will have a lot to do with the way Bitcoin breaks. If Bitcoin breaks up, this will break up. Bitcoin breaks down, this probably breaks down with it, right? So it looks to me like a major move coming for this asset. From this bottom to this top of this range is about 100% move, man. So you're looking at a major move for this asset. Either we're going to see, you know, 12 to 15 cents, or we're going to see, you know, close to 40, you know, and that would be right here, 36 cents, right at that next fib. Okay. Cool. Kadena. Looks like I already had this chart. We are below the daily 200 moving average. There is some price compressioning happening right now. Okay, so yeah, I mean, we're in a squeeze. We're also pointing down here on the oscillator, not looking too hot. 40, yeah, neutral, but still not enough ingredients really to make me feel comfortable with this. This could easily break this supply line or this demand line right here and go bearish, right? Especially if Bitcoin breaks down, man. Like, I don't know. And you got this squeeze brewing here. If this thing triggers a daily squeeze, it could get ugly, man. You could see this, you know, this break down to about $5, and if you break $5, well, you know, you're probably gonna come back down to that $3 area. Sucks, man, but we'll see how this breaks. All right, Matic. Matic also breaking a major channel up, And still technically in this downtrend right now. Right at the supply line, we could see that rejection, which we're getting right there. Yeah, you got some compression happening here as well with Matic. Matic is definitely a good solution for, you know, long-term L1 or L1s, L2s. This could be a wedge, but you're right at a supply line. You're not really getting that much volume right here. Bitcoin kind of not really doing anything, just sitting around 41.2 right now. And this doesn't look too hot either, right? You got lower high on the daily there, MACD, basically, and a rejection of this area here. So we could come back down, test the support, maybe even make a lower low on the wedge, and then maybe try to break. That could be a possible scenario. But for Matic to really get bullish, I would say you got to break back above that 165 area and make closures above that. Okay. So we have a clear break of this channel up, which is why we're seeing price action going down. And that's really it here on Matic. All right. Sitting neutral on the RSI on the daily. On the weekly, we actually triggered a short. Okay. Last week we did. But actually, technically, we didn't on the HA. But the weekly looks okay, I guess. 45 on the RSI. Maybe you're going to start curling around here. You're maybe showing signs of that on the 3-day chart here. Right, you're starting to maybe curl back up. The 2-day and daily cross back up. So you could see potentially a break here on this wedge. Okay, so this looks okay actually on the 2-day chart. Right at the supply line, though, you got to get a break, and you're looking maybe up to about 215 if we really get a bullish break. If we get a rejection here, okay, you know what'll happen? We'll just come down, probably come back down to test this range here. Okay. So wedge patterns break up about 67% of the time in uptrends. So technically, yes, the asset's still technically in an uptrend. From these lows, but from this structure it's not. It's technically in a downtrend from this structure here, but overall long-term uptrend, right? Okay, monthly not looking too hot, monthly pointing down, longer term time scales pointing down. Yes, still bullish territory though, 62 on the RSI on the monthly. And getting any SAR trend information here. Let's see. No real trend here on the shorter time scales. Okay, so probably just consolidation range. You're in this wedge as well, so see how this breaks. Once we get closer to that supply line, look for a break. If you get a rejection of the supply line, you guys know it's going to happen, right? You're going to get a breakdown. Okay. That's all I got here on Matic for you guys, but Bitcoin literally just sitting kind of flat right now, 41.3, not really doing too much, but making higher lows right now here on the 15-minute, the hourly, still holding supports, even though we did break this trend line here. Could come back around and try to break higher. All right. So I want to thank the 13 people that are tuned in right now. Thank you guys so much for tuning into the stream tonight. You guys are investing in yourselves, which is the most important thing to be doing in these types of markets. And so I thank you guys for spending your Sunday evening with me and the STP team. We all appreciate that. Make sure you guys smash the like button. Hit the subscribe button if you guys are new to the channel. Tick the little bell. Join the Discord. That is where all the important stuff is happening in our community. So if you guys enjoyed the content, again, thank you guys so much. And we'll catch you guys in the next stream and or video, all right? Thank you guys again. You guys all have a wonderful week. We'll catch you guys.